Hello everyone, so bear with me on this. If you've watched my previous video, you know that I am no longer in the woods. I'm in the middle of the city, which is why you can hear that truck backing up. But also, I lost pretty much all my traps because they had to stay in the woods. But it gave me an idea. I also can't find my tripod, so that's why you're in my hand right now. So you can see what I'm doing easier than the chest cam that I'm still trying to figure out. Well, I had this trap. It's a $10, $15 trap. And honestly, I was looking online. You can get even bigger ones actually, which would be better for this purpose, but you can get ones for $10, $15 on Facebook Marketplace. And cage traps are illegal in every state, as far as I know. Don't hold me to that. Look up your local regulations and everything. But I was going to do a snare trap to start this, because you can do that with like a $1 piece of floral wire from Dollar Tree. Oh, sorry, $1.25. But this one, I feel like more people can do because snares are not legal in every state. So, like I said, this is a nightmare. I need to find my tripod. So, trap. Obviously, it's probably a good idea to make sure that it works before you start trying to trap animals with it. So, put your finger through, hit the trigger plate, and it works. And that on the lines. Okay. So, what we're gonna do this one's a little hard to set up, but it folds, so, but I'm not gonna fold it to transport it because there's no need to. I can start this from the city. I just made myself a smoothie. So I've got stuff. All right. Now, so literally that is trash. That's trash. Plain and simple. I'm gonna come over here because I see squirrels by this tree all the time, and my puppy chases them here all the time. And I'm just gonna wedge this in here. I'm gonna set it. Okay, so now it's set right there. If you wanted to do faster, you could take this stuff and go, yay, now it's covered. But I'm not gonna do that, except for that one piece that I just threw. And then the other thing you would need is, I'm gonna use a box cutter. Simple as that. Box cutters are like $2 for the cutter itself. That usually comes with 5 blades. And then the blades themselves are like $5 for 100. So call it $20 investment on trapping, and you can start your entire trap line. And then I'll show you how to sell the stuff I get from the squirrel in order to catch more. And I mean, in order to get more traps and money. And then the goal is, by the end of the year, this series will be a few videos, obviously, and I'll have a decent trap line for the initial investment of $20. We'll see how it works. Okay, so I got the squirrel. I caught it. Now, there's quite a few ways you can dispatch the squirrel. The least expensive way, because we are talking on a budget right now, would be to fill the tub and just put the trap in it. That will, apparently dogs will take care of it too. Or in my case, I could, yeah, then you just need to wait for it to dry. That being said, I will dispatch it and get back to you. Alright, so let me tell you what happened off camera. Off camera, I dispatched the squirrel, I skinned it, and I fleshed it. There's plenty of tutorials online about how to do that. I don't want to get in trouble from YouTube, so look up one of them. My channel is way too small to be having strikes already. So, there's two main things we want from the squirrel in order to make money, okay? First, we want the skull. Next, we want the pelt with the tail attached. I messed up. That's my bad. But I do still have some tail. And this is actually still useful. Okay, so here's how we're gonna set everything up for money, okay? First off, I used that. I should have swapped the blade around in the beginning, but I didn't. So, that happened. So, first thing, the skull. In the essence of using as little money as possible, this is an old ice cream container that I actually turned into a fish trap. But I'm just going to use it as a container for now. But in your case, you're going to want to poke holes in it, at least one hole in the bottom. Actually, I don't know if I have a hole in the bottom yet, so I'm going to do that now. So you're going to want holes in the bottom because the bugs, the flesh sometimes turns to liquid and that smells nasty. But if you have a hole, it can get out. So, next, if you're fancy or you want to invest a little more money, squirrel stretcher. This allows you to have it end up like this. This is one I already did. Yes, I did better on the tail. But when you flesh them tube method, you end up with this. This one I shot right there and broke the skull, but it was with a BB gun, blah, 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 blah. That's besides the point. That's just an example. We're still using this for our purposes. I then grabbed a stick, about 1/4 inch around. The puppy just went somewhere. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna work the hide. Oh, I should have picked one with a narrower top. Got it, okay. On there. Now, I've already done a lot of the fleshing, but you can actually do more once it's on here, because it's easier to see. I am not, because I already did most of it, but then the best thing to do is either take a thumbtack or something and wrap where the legs were around it, because that will hold it in this shape. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to use for that. I'm probably just going to leave it open and have them flopping down. But I'm going to let it dry like that in a place that bugs can't get to it, because they will lay eggs in it. This, I'm going to dry in the same spot, and then just clip it there and say squirrel tail for fly tying and try to sell it to show that it can be done. People will buy just that for $1 or $2 for fly tying. And then with the $1 or $2, you can go to Dollar Tree and pick up peanut butter, which is such a better bait for a squirrel. All right, so that's it for now. I will show you when things finish. When this finishes drying, stuff like that. I'll show you how to treat the hide with tannins from bark so that it's free. I'll show you how to mess with the skull, and we'll go from there. The goal is after a year, I want a trap big enough to catch hogs in, which in other parts of the country would be big enough for a coyote. But hogs are a problem down here, so I can get some money doing nuisance pest control. Thanks for watching.